Alright, I'm going to leave this video on likely, and just so you know, this is a live video meant to watch live. So if you're one of the folks who watches all my videos, I really appreciate it. But if you're one of the ones who complains about the longness or the length of the video and says it's boring and wants to unsubscribe, that's fine too. It's just this is meant to catch live for the folks who are here live. It's more fun if you're watching it live, if that makes sense. I don't want to sound like an ass, but I get almost every live video, I get someone saying, "This is boring. Why do you make these?" They're not meant for anyone watching after the fact unless you want to. But I appreciate you being here. If you want to check out some of the build videos or vlogs, those are a lot more entertaining, I think, to watch post upload, if that makes sense. All right, so people are hopping on already. Rachel Bartley says, "You're never boring." Amesy Pop. Hey, I caught alive. Hey, Josh. Hey, all. I always see you in the comments. I think I always see you. I recognize your thing. Tony says, "I'm coming out." I hope I'm not. To me, I look fine. So I'm not sure. Chris here. Haters gonna hate Josh. These live streams are far from boring, brother. Wow, that's because you're here during the time. I'm talking about only the people who will watch it after the fact. Which I understand. I don't watch live videos after they've aired because I think they're boring as well. But yeah. Tanya says, "My first live." Amesy. My name is Amy. Okay. Amesy Pop's name is Amy. Amy. I have this Amy Winehouse painting I've shelved for a while. I started it last year or maybe a year before. And I've been meaning to start working on it again. Alright. Lemon. Okay. It's too nice outside to do dishes. You think so? I don't know. Chris says, "Maybe I'm just weird. I watch them when they aren't live and I find them interesting, but can't keep the world happy, dude." Word. There's always someone who's not going to like it. I always get like at least, I don't know, 4 or 5 thumbs downs on my videos. And I never understand why. I wish they could give a reason why they didn't like it. I don't really care that people don't like it because they can just watch something else. But I'm always like, what about this did you not like? You know? Like, just based on the other feedback. Although, there's also the other side where people will like something just because they like the person who made it, which is nice. But, I don't know. I never do that. If I don't like something, I don't like it. I don't click like or whatever or thumbs up. But I also don't. I hardly ever do a thumbs down. I only do a thumbs down in very special circumstances because I don't know. I think it's more beneficial to whoever's making it to give constructive criticism rather than just criticism for the sake of criticism. You know. Click the thumbs up, people. A lot of brown hands and 2 white hands. Poppy top. I get 3. Ah, shit. I get 3 new subs and lose 4 the day after. Laugh my ass off. Makes me laugh. Yeah, that happens to me too. Although, lately it's been going up again. A little bit, here and there. Probably, I don't know, I've gotten probably maybe 20 or so over the last couple of days that have managed to stay. I don't know, or maybe I just haven't noticed. I'm not too sure. I think the trolls do the thumbs down. Yeah, but not always. Sometimes it's people who legitimately don't like it. Like I don't I don't care about trolls because they don't actually give their opinions. They're just trying to be funny or shit disturbers or whatever. They're not necessarily being honest. They're just being trolls, which is different than whatever. But I do have a couple of trolls who they watch or they seem to watch every video. They comment. Well, this one guy, he comments on every video, I think, and I don't know why. If he always, except for the one video, well, maybe a couple videos, he's rude in every single one except for this one video, and that's the one where I talked about my sister, which says that he's got morals. He's just trying to be funny. Rachel's saying, I haven't seen Zero M in forever. Yeah, see that guy, he started off being rude and then he started being funny. I haven't seen him in forever either, but I would like to see him. Manty Poos 1 says, Joshua, I loved your chicken painting yesterday. Well, thank you. It's one that was a commission by a guy. Let's see, a couple months ago, I guess in July, we decided on it, and I finally painted it. But I painted it also for two reasons. Because the first rooster that I painted, tons of people wanted prints of it, and I wasn't making prints of it, so this one I did, so yeah. Hi Josh, it's always good to see you, says Pam, thanks. Stealing the morsels from the countertop had me in stitches. You talking about the making Hank talk in the last vlog? Oh, Tony says Hank's thoughts are pretty right on. I thought that would be funny because I didn't actually think that video was that. There wasn't much interesting things in it, but I wanted to tell the story of what those couple days were about. And I thought maybe adding that little element, it adds a bit of dimension to the video that makes it a little more interesting. So anytime I see a video or have a video that I think kind of sucks, I try to add a little something to it, because some people don't watch the whole thing, or a lot of people don't watch the whole thing. So, you know, and some people just don't care, right, about certain things. So, but I want them to watch it because, you know, I want to get paid. Although, if I was just depending on YouTube to get paid, I would be broke. Well, I'm already broke, but I would be broker than broke. But yeah, I get my dishes done when you do yours, says Linda. Hi Josh, between you, Manus, and Alex, I have spent the whole day on YouTube. Thanks, Bill. Good morning from Tracy, California. That's a place, a city, I imagine. Hello, Josh. All your videos are great and your live chats are fun. Well, thanks. Did Jakota's tests come back? I think they did, but he has to go. He has to make an appointment with a family doctor. So I don't know how it works where you are, but you can go see any doctor anywhere at any time as long as they're taking patients here, at least in Alberta. And then they send your results. If it's serious, sometimes they'll just call you and then tell you to come in for like further tests or whatever. If it's not so serious, they just tell you to make an appointment with your family doctor. And from there, you get your results and whatever follow-up you need to do. And I'm not sure he made an appointment with his family doctor, but since they didn't call him, it's probably not a big deal. It's probably fine. Because usually if it's serious, they'll just call. At least in my experience, they'll just call you and tell you, "Yo, come back," or whatever. But the thing is like they can't give you results over the phone because they don't know it's actually you. So they can tell you to come back or whatever. Yeah, so then you go back and you find out the bad news or not a big deal news or good news or whatever. And yeah, things go on. A lot of people have this misconception that Canadian healthcare sucks because of waiting times and whatever. But the reason why we don't have waiting, or that we have waiting times, is because everyone can go to the doctor. Whereas in the States, the reason why you don't have long waiting times is because no one can afford to go to the doctor. So therefore, there's no waiting times. If everyone could afford to go to the doctor, there would be waiting times. But here, waiting time, like you, when you go to the emergency room, for example, you're served, treated in like the scale is not like I was here first, I get seen first. It's whoever is the most serious. So when I had carbon monoxide poisoning the first time, like I basically just walked right into a room, patient room, whatever they're called. I went and you have to fill out your stuff, right? So you have like your health card and all that stuff. And I was so effed up, I could not do anything. Well, I could, but I thought I could. To me, I could, but to everyone else, I was acting really weird. Anyways, I go in, I get seen right away, saved my life. I was there for 2 days, paid $0, and then went home, and then was fine. And then I had to go back for a cat cat scan or something like that. Went back. There, I had to wait a while because it wasn't as important as like the dude who had a knife in his throat. There was no guy with a knife in his throat. If there was, he would have been in like immediately. But I remember there was this one lady. You can easily cheat the system. There was this one lady who fake fainted, so she got to go in right away. She was sick of waiting, so she was just like, "Hey, how long is the wait?" Oh, and then this little nurse or whatever she was. They're all wear scrubs, so I think she was a nurse. She's trying to hold up this big lady, and she's failing at it. It was kind of funny because the lady was faking it, and how I know it was faking it is well, I guess I don't know, and I shouldn't say she was faking it. I think she was faking it because of the way she just walked up perfectly fine, asked about the time, went back to sit down. About 2 minutes later, she got back up and was standing like this, waiting for someone to come by the hallway thing. Because there's like a division at this hospital. There's a division between the waiting room and then into the emergency area, and there's a hallway that goes by. And she waited for this lady to come, and then she just went, "Oh!" And she made like this weird, "Oh!" and then slowly fell down. And then when she felt the lady like try to catch her, she just went limp. And then they helped her in. And then when she was on the other side of the glass there, like the other doors in the thing, she was fine again. Because once you're in there, you're in there. I was like, smooth move. Anyways, uh, I'm not sure why I started talking about that. I don't know. Let's see. What is everyone saying? I hate the argument that wait time equals bad. You know what's worse than waiting? A lifetime of debt just because you want to stay alive. Or just dying because you can't pay. I'm I mean, I don't know because I've never gone to the hospital in the US for myself, but don't they take the Hippocratic oath? Whereas if someone comes in needing care, they have to give it to them. Although an oath is just words you say with your hand on the Bible or whatever on your heart or up. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But like those are just words. It's crazy how you make a promise to yourself and to people you don't care about, and then you honor it based on nothing except for other people who have also taken that same practice of promise. It like an oath, right? Like if I am like I declare that I'm going to make this live video. If I didn't make it, then I would feel like shit because I'd be like, I promised I would do it, even though no one. If I never made that oath, it wouldn't matter. But as a doctor, if you take the Hippocratic oath, aren't you supposed to care for whoever comes into your facility, even if they can't pay? And then what? If they can't pay, then they're handed this debt that they can't pay back because they don't have any money. I don't know. Canada's system and most of the world's system, for that matter, is way better than private. If there could be a way that you could have private and uh, social healthcare, then that would be maybe ideal for the folks who are uh, what's the word? They think that the private services or whatever are better or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Because another thing people say is that American healthcare is better or whatever, but they have to pay for is better because they have better doctors because they make more money. But doctors make a shitload of money no matter where they practice. Well, at least in Canada. You make a lot. If you're a doctor, you are probably wealthy. And I can't, yeah, I can't say how much they make because I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but they make a lot of money, and you can usually tell that they make a lot of money. Most of them aren't. Well, the doctors I know aren't necessarily flashy, but I don't know, they just have nice clothes, you know. Where it's like, dang, that's a nice outfit or whatever. So I don't get that. And we have a lot of American people who are doctors here. If you're like a specialist or whatever, like in whatever, I don't know what, but just whatever, then you can work here if you want. You're gonna be in a social program, and you'll still make a lot of money because our taxes pay for it, and I don't notice it because our taxes are about the same as what the average um, say more wealthy American state would pay, and it's all built in. It's awesome. At least I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome because I'm not dead, and I would be because yeah, I would be, or I would be super broke, or homeless, or something. I don't know. There's gravy on this spoon. So we just had Thanksgiving here. Um, let's go back down here. We have Thanksgiving here. We have Thanksgiving on the day that Americans have Columbus Day, which I don't get why that's still a day. That's kind of messed up to me, but whatever. Anyways, we have our Thanksgiving Day on yesterday, and so we had not a dinner necessarily, but we had a bit of a dinner, just me and Ashley. And then I went to my in-laws a couple days ago for like a family dinner. It's pretty nice. I have known of hospitals refused care due to no insurance in the USA. My cousin's wife was sick, and the hospital refused to treat her, and turned out she had pneumonia. She passed away not long after. Yeah, that's so sad. My question though is, did a doctor send her away, or did a like a administrator or someone like that send her away? Because my question was like, can a doctor go against their oath and say, I'm not going to treat you because you don't have any money or insurance, or do they have like a barrier between them where someone who's not a doctor, who doesn't take that Hippocratic oath, greet you or whatever, for lack of a better term, when you get to the hospital, be like, do you have money or insurance or whatever? No, I'm sorry, you gotta leave. And I don't understand how you could take that job. How could you just be like, guys, they have no money. We can't treat them. Like, that's messed up that you would just be cool with someone just dying, or maybe not necessarily even dying, just not getting care that they need for to be healthy. I don't know. Where is I'll take this right here. I don't know. That's just me. Taxes are fine as long as you can get enough in return. In the U.S., taxes are almost as high as here, but they don't get anything much back. A huge army instead of healthcare. Word, yeah, no, yeah, you guys, or they spend a lot on the military. Uh, a growing number of cities, states, and universities are abandoning ship and replacing Columbus Day with Indigenous Peoples Day. Ah, I like that. Abandoning ship. That's a good pun. Uh, and replacing with Indigenous Peoples Day. Yeah, we have that here. Are you Canadian as well? I don't know. But we have Indigenous Peoples Day and Thanksgiving. It's the same day. Uh, in the U.S., they only have to get someone stable with no insurance, not get them healthy. Oh, okay. See, that's still messed up, though. Private owned hospitals have the right to refuse non payers. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be allowed to. I'm saying it's messed up that they do. I think you should be allowed to legally do whatever you want, but I don't think as a person you should do that. Like if I'm driving and uh, I see, I don't know, a car wreck. I don't go just as a person. I don't go, sucks to be them. See ya. I got things to do, money to make. I stop. Usually stop unless there's already other people stopping because I don't have any. What would you call that? I don't have any. I have first aid, but I don't have any experience with that sort of thing where I would be of help if other people are also stopping. But if I'm the only one around, I stop because I think it's my duty as a human to make sure that these people are okay, to call 911 or to do whatever I think the situation calls for. I don't know what it would be. If someone was dying, I wouldn't know what to do. If Ashley was with me, she would know what to do because she's a nurse. But me, for the most part, I mean, I guess I could do CPR, but like, I don't know, like, depending on what injuries are, like, I don't know what kind of head injuries you could have and all that kind of stuff. Whereas someone like Ashley would know what to do or have a way better idea of what to do because I have no idea what to do except for what I learned in first aid, which is if you don't have to move them, don't move them. Support the neck. Give CPR. Trade off. If they're a certain age, I don't even remember what the age is, don't blow into their mouth for CPR. Just pump their chest. If they're uh, coherent, ask them stupid questions. I remember one time, so I broke my shoulder one day, and man, I had potatoes on this masher thing, and I should have freaking soaked these. But anyways, I was riding my bike with my brother-in-law. Like we were riding different bikes, but you know. Anyways, I'm going down this hill, and I've never been on this run before, and it's pretty fast. I would say it's I don't know, probably like a 7 or something like that. So not very hard, but I'm going down, and it's very weavy, and it's full of roots and stuff that are very like bumpy. You know what I mean? Um, if someone is dying, hold the hand and say it will be okay. Wouldn't that be just straight up lying though? I don't know if I could do that. That's like when I had carbon monoxide poisoning. It was late at night. I go to the hospital. My mom drove me there, luckily. But maybe I'll tell this story on just Joshing with Dakota. But Ashley came and visited me. Um, this was before we were married. But she asked where I was, and the lady who she spoke to asked what happened to me, and said, "Oh, he had carbon monoxide poisoning." And the nurse didn't say, "Oh, well, he'll be fine," or whatever. She said, "Oh, I hope he's okay. I don't know, but I hope he is." I think it's unethical to tell someone that everything's going to be okay if you don't actually know that. So if someone was dying, I wouldn't say it would be okay. I would say something else. I don't know what I would do exactly, but because that's never happened to me before. Well, yeah, no, that's never happened to me before. Anyways, back to my shoulder. So I'm riding down this hill and I break my scapula, and it hurt like a son of a bitch. Like my shoulder was like ugh, like here, something like that. Yeah, I kind of looked like this. It was awkward. It looked wrong. It looked gross. Um, uh, Cynthia, poor people wouldn't be dying if they had done the right thing when they had the chance. They took the cheap way out and let it ride. Well, Cynthia probably, well, I shouldn't say. I don't know them. They might just be a troll, but they seem like either they were poor at one point and got lucky, or have never been poor and don't know what it's like. When I do know what it's like. And it's not as simple as that, but luckily, in our society, I didn't have to worry about getting sick. And when I say that I used to be poor, I still am poor. I was poor and paid my damn bills when they came. Luckily, you could, so you weren't that poor. Um, anyways, the favorite phrase here is "Our thoughts and prayers are with you." Well, that doesn't do anything, but I don't know. Anyways, back to my shoulder. Um, I like crunched my shoulder, whatever, and there was another rider on the trail, and he was like some French dude, and he was a really cool guy, and he saw my shoulder was effed, like it was just like, and like I was wearing just like a t-shirt and stuff, so it's not like I was like could be a hoodie that was all messed up or whatever. And he was like, the first thing he does is he's like, because I'm walking around, so my brother-in-law, his name's Joel. I'm like, Joel, and he's like, what? And he's way down, like he's way gone, but and it's all trees and stuff. And he's like, what? I'm like, I think I broke my shoulder. And he's like, no, you didn't. He comes back up and he's like, oh, maybe you did. Dude, it sounded like, you know when you step on an empty water bottle and it just makes that, it sounded like that. It sounded gross. Anyways, this other dude, this French dude, he comes down and well, Joel is like, hey, because he's flying down. And he stops and he's like, are you okay? And he like does like this thing. So he must be a guy who knows this stuff. I don't know. Like he's a way more advanced rider, so he probably goes in the mountains and stuff, and they get hurt all the time. So they probably have like this certain procedure of things when someone falls or whatever, hits their head or maybe hit their head. Anyways, he was like, he's French, so he had this accent, but he's like, oh no, my friend, are you okay? Can you smell things? And I'm like, smell things? And I think what he was asking is, can you smell burnt toast? Like, you can smell burnt toast with certain types of brain damage or whatever, right? And so I said, I can smell things. And he's like, can you stand up? And I'm already standing up. And I'm like, I am standing up. He's like, good. Can you sit down? I'm like, I can sit down. He's like, good. And then he's like, can you see me? And I'm like, yeah, I can see you. And he just asked all these very obvious questions. And I think he wanted to know if I was confused or not. And then he did this thing with my collarbones, which that didn't hurt that much. But then he went and he did like this, like I don't know what the, like just this movement with my shoulder, and it was like it was gentle, but it hurt like a son of a bitch. And he was just like, oh, he's like, oh my friend, you messed up your shoulder pretty bad. We will have to go. And then he like pushes my bike up the hill, and he's like talking to me the whole time. And then my brother-in-law, we parked far away, so he went and grabbed the truck, and this French dude, I can't remember what his name was. It's like Philippe or something like that. Anyways, he's like showing me, like he had this soccer ball tied to like a tether, and he was showing me like these tricks and stuff. And I didn't realize that he was doing it at the time, but he was trying to distract me because I was in extreme pain. And um so he was doing like the soccer ball things, doing all these tricks. And then yeah, Joel came. Anyways, I go to the hospital, and I get these X-rays, whatever. I broke my scapula, like your shoulder blade. I broke that, and then I dislocated something to make it go whatever, but it hurt a lot. Anyways, I forget what my point was. Oh yeah, that guy has experience probably in people getting injured, whereas if I came across someone, I wouldn't really know what to do. I don't know. I took a long-winded way to do that. Dang, Josh, how long before that healed? Uh, I think I had a sling for like it was just a sling, right? You can't do anything for a broken shoulder blade. I just had a sling for maybe 6 weeks or something like that, and then I had to go to rehab for like 2 months or something like that. Uh, in most of your videos, I see you use inches and other sticks and stones measurements. Don't you use metric system in Canada? Yeah, we do. But the for me, construction is way easier to use the like the imperial system. It just makes more sense to me. Certain blueprints and stuff, they'll have both. Like windows will be in metric. Uh, will be in metric, and then doors sometimes are in metric, and then certain like fireplaces and stuff are in metric, like where it cantilevers and stuff. But almost everything else is in imperial, in blueprints. At least in my experience. Aren't we supposed to be having a good time with Josh doing dishes? Get paper plates. That's terrible for the environment. Why would I do that? Uh, are you even American? Every country and state varies. Cynthia. Huh. I'm late. Did you find a container yet? Are you going to take your little brother to the doctor and make sure he's okay? I haven't found a container, and he will take himself to the doctor. He's fine, I think. Uh, Canada has Good Samaritan Act. If you assist an accident victim and something goes wrong, you will not be held responsible and cannot be sued. Quebec does not have this law. Oh yeah, we do have the Good Samaritan Act. We also have maybe it's the same thing. If someone overdoses and you're with them partaking in the substance, and you call 911, you also won't get charged with possession or manslaughter or anything like that. Maybe that's the same thing. I don't remember. So much resentment. You know when you just get horrible vibes off of someone? Yeah, Cynthia. Yeah, probably Cynthia is just a troll, but so what? Uh, in most of your videos, I see you. Oh, I already saw that. In the US, at least here in New York, people without health insurance can go to emergency and can't get turned away. Or if you have insurance or want to pay, you can go to private urgent care for fast care. Would you ever sell your Kona, Josh? It's probably too small for you. I'm pretty short. I'm not short, I guess. I'm probably just average. I'm 5'10", so it's a medium frame. Not that I know how tall you are. And then my wife's Kona, the white and black one, is I think it's a small frame. That's the cool one. I have the like hers is the Kona Stinky, and mine's the Kona. I forget what it is. Kona designed this bike off of shoot, I forget what his name is. Anyways, a guy who entered a competition with his custom bike that he made out of parts and won this competition that he wasn't even entered in. He beat the or had the highest score, and then they Kona designed this bike that I have off of the bike that he made out of spare parts. They probably improved it a bit, but yeah, he's man, what was his name? I can't remember what my bike's called. It's the brown one with the gold. It I can't remember what it's called, but it's shoot, I forget. It's a decent bike. It's a steel frame, but it's got some aftermarket goodies on it. Um, I prefer a steel frame over an aluminum frame just because of cracking and stuff. I haven't ridden it in a while though because after I broke my shoulder and stuff, I just never got back into it because who I went with, my brother-in-law, he just got way better than me and he was too hard to keep up with. So I got bored of it. Anyways, yeah. Smurf M, hi Josh, just here on a break, so can only stick around for maybe a plate, for a plate, for a plate and a pan. Hope all's good on your end. We'll have to catch the rest later. Thanks. Watch the water doesn't drain out of the sink, Josh. Oh, I know. Villone sent $20. Thank you so much. I enjoy your videos very much. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay, Smurf M can stay for a plate and a pan. I don't have a I don't have a pan to wash, but I do have a plate. Oh, actually I have a cookie pan. Is it a cookie pan? No, cookie sheet. Maybe I'll wash a pot. Ooh, I have a casserole pan. Is that called a pan? I don't know. Let me at least get her money's worth. Well, she didn't send any money, but you know what I mean. Get that. Here's the pan I'm talking about. I guess it's not much of a pan. I don't know. Aloha, Josh from Hawaii. They say aloha in Hawaii? I thought that was like a Texas thing. Hank's planks still for sale? How much? I don't have any Hank's planks left, and I'm not going to be making any more per order or per what do you call it? I'm not going to make any. I used to make them as they were ordered. I'm not going to do that right now, just because I have too many other things I need to do, and the Hank's planks actually take way too long to make. Compared to like what I actually make off of them. I should have priced them differently, but when I have time to make a whole bunch of them, then I'll make a whole bunch, and then I'll have a spot for them. There'll be a thing that I always make, but I don't have any right now. But they are $10 a piece, and the demotivational signs are also $10. Hey Josh, how much is a paper print of the chicken? The paper prints are $20. I haven't made any yet, but I will. The canvas prints are $200 and $500. 20 by 20 and 36 by 36. I'm not making very much money on the 20 by 20, but I didn't want to make them too expensive because I wanted people to actually be able to get them. Had a custom gear set up, 31 speed, could climb any hill while sitting down without breaking a sweat. 31 speed, dang. My Kona has 8 speed, which is perfect just for ripping. And Ashley's, I think, is the 8 speed as well. Aloha in Texas. OMG, they do not say that. No, I was kidding. I was totally kidding. I don't. At end of your last video, you're working by light in the coop. Doing what? You will have to find out in the next video. It's a sneak peek. Did you build your kitchen cabinets? No, I didn't. These are just, they came with the house. But I will be making some. Hopefully when my grandfather visits, because he's a cabinet maker, we will make some together. They're going to be awesome. It's aloha, y'all, in Texas. Josh, what is the traditional Thanksgiving dinner up there? Turkey, pumpkin pie? Yeah, like turkey. Some people have ham or fish because they're weird. But yeah, turkey with like your standard potatoes. I like whipped potatoes, put milk in there, butter, sour cream, make them taste good. I don't understand how people can just eat mashed potatoes that have nothing in it. That's so odd. And then like whatever your vegetable is. Lots of times it's corn or peas or carrots, something like that. And then cranberries, like or cranberry sauce, I guess should say, stuffing, and like a dessert that's usually pumpkin pie or something like that. I don't really like store-bought pumpkin pie. I like homemade pumpkin pie a lot better, especially my mom's. It just has less of that weird taste. Well, it has none of that weird taste. I don't store-bought pumpkin pie all has that like that taste. That tastes like it should be an aftertaste that you don't look forward to. Kind of like eating lemon peels. Ugh. I don't get why people like that, but I will still eat it with enough whipped cream. But like my mom's pumpkin pie, never had it with whipped cream. It's way better. I don't know. Could just be because that's how I grew up, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that's usually what a traditional pumpkin pie is. Store bought pumpkin pie has too much nutmeg in it. Is that what that is? Okay, let me see if I have some nutmeg. I want to see what it smells like because that's probably totally it. Nutmeg. Um, let's see here. I don't see nutmeg. No, I don't have nutmeg. Dang it. Oh, I do have it. Okay. No. Maybe it is it. I have soap on my hand. That is it. I hate this stuff. It probably needs some, but yeah, it has way too much. It's yeah. Ugh. Um the queue is questioning. What? You can buy what? Hold on. Quite things are going too fast. Nutmeg is nasty. Are you still full? From yesterday? Well, yesterday we just had regular supper. We had chicken instead of turkey because we didn't like. I don't know if you can buy just like a small servings or whatever of turkey, but we had chicken. But for the family dinner that we had a couple days ago, we had turkey. And no, I'm not still full. We bought one of your mugs, washed by Josh. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I put nutmeg in my pumpkin pie, and the taste in the store bought is an additive for preservation. Yuck. Oh. Nutmeg is used in eggnog. I love it. I love eggnog. I made a beaded pattern of your and Dakota logo, and I'm sending Dakota to your address. If you don't mind, I will send them around Christmas to your P.O. box, okay? Fantastic. Yeah, do that. Just make sure that you write his name. Send it to me, but write his name on the package so I know that it's for him to open. But put it somewhere else on the package. Just write Dakota on somewhere else, not in the address, because I won't be able to pick it up if it's addressed to him. I hate doing dishes. Do you do other people's dishes? For a fee, for a small fee, for $500 per dish, I will come to your house and do your dishes. And cutlery is you can lump that all in as one dish. I also don't like doing dishes. If this dishwasher worked, I mean it does work, but if it didn't freaking leak, it needs a new seal. But it's an old dishwasher. It's not really worth getting a new seal because it's going to fail at some point in the near future anyways. Luckily, we have an awesome recycling program for old appliances. How long did your hair smell of pumpkin after the shoot? It actually didn't smell like it at all right after I took a shower because I wore that bag. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check out Jakota's video. Come on. Do you need spark plugs for bugs and scorpions? I don't need them, but I would definitely take them. I had to do dishes growing up for a family of 8. 2 adults, 6 kids. I was in a big family, only girl. Okay. Do dishes more often, less to do at a time. You would think. I will do them when I want, though. Because not liking doing them is going to be the same whether I do them more often or less often. Just because I have to do less doesn't mean I do less at a time. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna like it. I don't like it. Do you eat cranberry sauce with your turkey? What? That is it. I hate that stuff. That is it. I hate that stuff. Nutmeg can kill you if you eat too much of it. Don't do the cinnamon challenge. You can kill you. You can kill you too. I've done the cinnamon challenge before. It's really hard. I didn't die. Um, I do have cranberry sauce with turkey. I love cranberry sauce. Uh, Dude, you need an admin. Just saying. Do I? I haven't seen any comments. You need to block Brian Keith. YouTube unfortunately holds you responsible in what he says. That actually didn't. No, they don't. They were going to do that, which is messed up, but no, they don't. Also, I'm pretty sure he doesn't subscribe to me. How did you learn to weld? Did you have lessons? I want to learn it. Welding, the way I do it, is very easy because it's non-structural. Um, it's very just glue metal together with metal. It's very easy. Um, Basically, how I learned is I worked in the Edmonton fab shop. So Edmonton is the city that I am from, and so I worked for the city for a while. Learned some stuff there. Also, my brother Will is a welder. Um, he was going to school for it. He's not doing it anymore, but he was. Anyways, I learned some stuff from him, sort of. He didn't really teach me anything necessarily, but just watching. I'm more of a visual learner, and so just watching him do that kind of stuff, I learned, and then it just took just doing it. So I got a inner shield or whatever flux core welder, and just went with that. You don't need gas or anything like that. Your welds aren't going to be as nice with that, but if you can get decent with that kind of welder, then when you get gas, it's such a dream. So I have gas now, and I've welded with gas several times before, and I've always liked it more. It was just a cost thing. But I finally got gas, and now I want two welders. I want one where I use gas and one where I use the flux core, because the flux core gives it a different look. Because there's no gas shielding the weld, so it gets very spattery, and it's good for certain sculptures that I do. That spatter and that dirtiness is good for certain sculptures. The gas keeps it very clean, and the weld is very like smooth. It looks almost wet because it's just there's this shiny part on it. It just looks awesome. And anyways, it's very easy. Just go to even I don't know where you're from, but Home Depot. Just Home Depot or Lowe's. I think they both carry it. Or if you're in Canada, you can go to Canadian Tire or Rona or Home Hardware, and get the Lincoln MiG 140. You can plug it right into your regular wall socket and go from there. It's so easy. Get the big spool of wire. I think it costs like $100, and the machine itself is like $600 or something like that Canadian. And yeah, it's basically a plug-in. It's only got two knobs on it, so it's very easy to set. It's just wire speed and heat. Um, so it does the amperage stuff all by itself. Like it compensates, figures it out. Which, because I suck at setting amps and whatever. So yeah, just do that and then start welding. It's very easy. Make sure you get so like $5 US. So get like uh, what do you call it? Self-darkening shield? Whatever. Just make sure your hood has a self-darkening thing so that you don't accidentally leave it up and then flash yourself. Because flashing yourself, like welder's flash, hurts. And sometimes it can take days for your eyes to get back to normal. And sometimes you can just go blind. So, uh, I just suggested to Alex that he turn his old store into a craft mall. It's kind of in a bad location for that. Brian Keith says true. I don't get why people don't like what he's saying. I don't see what he's saying wrong. See those little dots to the right of his post? You have to mouse over them. The setting is there. Elisifer says, "Bye guys, wish I could stay longer. See ya." Stick weld. Have you tried? I have not, but um I just got a stick welder. I actually got it from the dump, from the take it or leave it. From the guy, he just set it down and I looked at it and he's like, "Still works. Perfect condition." It's just a little guy. So I haven't tried it, but I will try it now that I have one. Uh Josh, you missed a lot of Brian's comments. Yeah, clearly. I don't know. I don't get why you guys don't just ignore him. Who cares? He's just saying words. They can't actually do anything to you. And if words can hurt you, then you're a little weak. Toughen up. No, I'm not saying that words can't hurt. They don't hurt me. So I guess I just don't understand why people get upset over them so much. But if you need him to be blocked, I think you can just like block him. Brian just wants attention. Probably. Oh, because he's disgusting. Well, then just don't read his comments, I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen anything. If he's truly doing something and I see it, then I will block him. Brian is discriminating against LGBT. Oh, is he? I didn't see. Do you still have rails? Do I still have rails? Do I paint live? I have and would and will. And that is a lot. I've got upset and I am. Call the police and the ambulance. What is happening? I'm not understanding any of these. I have not got upset, and I am. Zenobia McTwitty is saying, nice. Using the build wood, keeping extension. I'm not sure what that means. Go back to Q&A. What will be your next big construction project? Your next big art piece? Well, the next big construction project is my shop. I've decided that I'm not going to build the shed behind it this year because, I mean, just yesterday it was raining all day. And, well, actually it was snowing, but it didn't actually stay on the ground. It melted right away. And so that's a lost cause. I was going to get a shipping container and use that as a shed to hold everything that's in the shop. But now I think I'm just going to shuffle everything to one corner, fix the wall. On the 12th of November, they have a... they have a, what do you call it, contractor day at Rona, which is what I always call the Canadian Blue Store. They have a contractor's day there, and it's usually a good price on everything there. And I'm going to buy the spray foam that I'm going to insulate my garage with on that day. It'll probably be snowing by then, and it'll be really cold, but I'm hoping to have all of the wall all fixed and stuff, so then I can just spray foam it and then I can start drywalling it. So I will buy all of that stuff on that day, because you can do what is it called, layaway. You can buy everything on that day and then pick it up as you need it. So you could technically buy everything in the store and then just go get it as you needed it, because that's a good day to buy stuff because it's cheap. Well, it's cheaper. Anyway, spray foam is super expensive, so yeah. My next art project is today. After I'm done the dishes here, I'm gonna go paint a picture, and that'll be a video. So look forward to that. And after that, I don't really have anything super planned, but I always have ideas. So I don't know. I'm not sure exactly just yet. I'm gonna finish the chicken coop. I have in part 5. Whatever the next part is that's not on YouTube right now, I have that already filmed. I gotta edit it. Maybe I'll edit it tonight or tomorrow. And then, so I'll upload that. And then I have to finish the chicken coop. Yeah, I'm almost done it. I'm almost done. The next video, though, is going to be the most of the interior stuff. Yeah. If you follow my Instagram, then you probably got a sneak peek if you watched the stories. I gave a sneak peek a couple days ago. Maybe like 4 days ago. And maybe even longer than that. And yeah, that's about it. Have you actually decided on any other breeds of chickens? Just the sunflowers or whatever they're called, and the Polish hens. Will you put branches to roost inside or in the run? There will be roost inside and outside. Kara says, "Hey Josh, awesome to catch you live. I've only seen them after the fact before. Well, thanks for being here." He should have put a wall plate over his switch above the counter. What? Over there? I should, but I'm not going to. I should put a backsplash, and then I should put a wall, or a switch, whatever. Did you hear the Potter's house got rented? I hear about these things way before you guys do. So yes, I did. He told me about that like, I don't know, maybe a month ago. No, not a month ago, maybe like 3 weeks ago. Something like that. Very interesting how, as time goes by, plans and stuff change. Certain things become less of a big deal and stuff. And then suddenly, something works out, you know? Patience is key a lot of the time. Oh, that's another thing I gotta do. I've gotta make Alex something. He asked me to make something. I'm gonna keep that a surprise because I don't think he wants me to say, but I gotta make him something. So, yeah. Not like y'all are friends or anything. Of course you hear it before we do. A lot of people think that we don't actually. Well, shouldn't say a lot. Back when I was making the Potter's Kitchen, I had a guy tell me, "You shouldn't have had the exposed copper pipe. That is not what Alex was looking for." And I was like, "Excuse me?" The copper pipe thing was his idea. In fact, that was the first thing he asked about, is if we could somehow make the copper pipe look intentionally exposed. And I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to sound like an arrogant prick, but I was like, oh, you have no idea. Almost everything that I've done for Alex, he has signed off before I've done it. Other things is he says, "I trust you, do it." And then he doesn't care what I do. But most of the things, I tell him first, "Hey, I'm going to do this, or this, or this." I give him a few ideas, and then he'll pick an idea. I don't just do things willy-nilly because I want it to be a certain way, because it's not my stuff. So, but yeah, that guy, oh, that was so annoying. I couldn't stand it, actually. I was actually pretty pissed off. And I was like, usually comments and stuff don't bother. Actually, they never do. But when someone thinks they know something when they don't, and speaks as though they know more than I do about a certain subject, as in like something that's personal, like a personal conversation, they don't know what they're talking about. It just bugs me. Oftentimes people know way more than I do about things, and that doesn't bother me because that way I get to learn or whatever. But yeah, me and Alex have been friends for longer than he's even had a YouTube channel. So Man, I don't remember what was or made in this pot. I got the lid here. You're a good guy, Josh, says Justin. Well, yeah, didn't he save you at the swimming pool? Yeah, he did. How did you know that? Or maybe I told you that before. How did you two meet? Oh, would you make a small scale model of the new shop for Alex? Probably not, unless he asked for it. That's a lot of work. How did me and Alex meet? Interesting story. Hold on, I just have to grab a... I'm running out of drying space. Where did I get this thing? Okay. So how did me and Alex meet? Alex saved his life. It was a good story. They met at the swimming pool. Alright, do you want me to tell a story or do you want to tell a story? Okay, I see what you guys are saying about the Brian guy because he like said the same thing. I think he wants me to delete him. Okay, 1 second. Let me just do this real quick. Okay, there we go. Okay, everyone knows but me. Draining Matt saves the live. Okay, so story of how we met Alex. Okay, so, oh, by the way, I should say real quick, the Chris guy who keeps talking here, you should go follow him on YouTube because he makes cool stuff. Anyways, okay, so he said that he saved my life at the swimming pool. That's kind of how it happened. Saved is a strong word. Okay, so I can hold my breath for probably about maybe like 4 minutes tops, being completely relaxed and no distraction. Underwater in a chaotic environment and exerting energy, probably a good 2 minutes before I start getting somewhat panicky. But if I can stay calm, probably 3 minutes or so. So anyways, there's this, we have a lot of pools here in Edmonton. There's this one called the Kinsman Center, and it's basically like everyone knows this pool. It has like the high diving and stuff like that. And anyways, everyone uses that pool. They also have an outdoor pool. Anyways, I used to work for the city of Edmonton, as I already said, and we had a call there. Some fat lady apparently slipped down the stairs that's outside of the pool, and her elbow broke off the railing from the wall. And so, anyways, I worked at the fab shop, which was basically a welding shop. And since the Kinsman Center is owned by the city, we got called out to go fix it. Me and this guy Casper was his name. His name was legit Casper, and I remember the first time I found out that was his name. Some other guy who worked there, I forget what his name was. Yeah, I forget what his name is. I remember Casper because his name was Casper. But anyways, he was like, "Casper, you look like you've seen a ghost." I don't know. I thought it was funny, and I didn't know his name was Casper until a little bit later. Anyways, doesn't matter. We go fix the railing. It was stainless steel, and it had to be welded back on. And it was on the stairwell to get into the change rooms, and there was basically like 3 doors. There's a door to get right into the pool, like where you can watch your kids or whatever. There's a women's and then a men's change room. Oh, and a family's change room. So there's 4 doors. Anyways, so you go down the stairs and it's right there, which is kind of important to the story. And to go out this door, the railing goes down and wraps around and it stops at this door. Okay? So I was leaning against this door, holding the railing, and we had like a thing on the outside of the door, like so people wouldn't come into the stairwell. Basically, they'd have to go through the change rooms to get into the stairwell, and then we had like these welding screens up. So, anyways, I'm leaning against this door, and we have this thing on the outside that says you can't come in, and we have like a rope thing or whatever you call it, and we have these screens going up, so people can't really see what we're doing, and but you can hear it. So, anyways, I'm holding this thing and I'm leaning against the door, and he's welding it back on, and then somebody opens the door behind me, which makes me like I fall backwards and I fall like into the it's like this rope thing. Anyways, it wraps around me and it has like these two pole things that go into each other. It's like a barrier thing. Anyways, it like folds around me and I fall into the pool, sort of. Like I stumble into the pool and I fall in there. And I just so happen to fall under this uh, what a jet thing or whatever you call it. And so I'm trying to get out of this thing. I'm wearing my like steel-toed boots. I have my what do you call it? My coveys on and like gloves. Like I'm like loaded up with gear and I have my mask on and that comes off and I'm like and I'm wrapped in this frame rope thing. I wish I could explain what it is. Anyways, it was wrapped around me. So I'm kind of like tied up and I'm like and I'm heavy. So I fall into the pool and I'm like trying to get out and I'm getting out and I'm trying to stay calm because I didn't want to freak out and then die. Um, I get kind of like panicky and then suddenly this dude, he like comes down and he does like this. He like looks at my face and he's like, and then he like just unravels me and then he like pushes me up to the sky and then I and then yeah, so technically he saved my life, but I probably would have gotten out of it given me like I don't know another 30 seconds or so because I was working my way out. It's just hard to see because it's like there's a jet and it's like all white water and stuff, but I can see and then, like I'm trying to get it out, took off my gloves. I couldn't take my boots off; they were heavy as heck, but they were tied up. It was intense. Anyways, the guy who happened to come down and untie the thing and whatever and push me up is Alex. So, yeah. My ex brother in law bailed off into our pond um, and get my ex grandfather in law, or because his lawnmower freewheeled down the hill and ran off. My ex brother in law bailed off into our pond to swim and get my ex grandfather in law, or because his probably all because his lawnmower freewheeled down the hill and ran off in the pond. That's funny. Uh, uh, yeah, so hold on a second. Let me just read some of these. When in Vegas, my husband, they did 2 CAT scans and blood work, and the bill was $30,000. He wasn't even admitted. Dang. Love your videos and enjoy your family and friends. Hannah came on. Casper the Friendly Ghost. Your art is so creative. Hey, sweetie, good to see you. What? I hope you're calling someone else that because that's so weird. I've missed Mattis Mondays 2 weeks in a row. He always does them at 7 o'clock, I believe. Loved your last video with Dakota. When Dakota put the pumpkin on his head, I thought of the movie Pumpkinhead. Welcome to the American healthcare system. We need to set you up an alarm to keep up with madness. I'm from the UK, so you're normally on in the early hours here. Love all your work. You are brilliant at everything you do. Well, thank you. Haven't heard this one. Being in hospital, my room is by radiology, so don't get signal. I'm at other end of hospital for physical therapy. Oh, dang. Well, definitely do that. How now you know why the doctors scream bloody murder whenever anyone talks about healthcare reform. They would still make a bunch of money. They would make tons. My ex brother, okay. Uh, oh, go on, give Alex the credit. Oh my God, so far this is the best one ever. I love your stories. Hi from the UK. Josh telling stories again. Whoa, yeah, you probably only needed another minute. Jeez, what a story. Like what they have at airports to direct the queues. No, it wasn't like that. It was like it's okay, it's about this tall and it's like a frame. And then it has ropes on it. Okay, well, sort of. They're like lines and they go across. And it's just a barrier so you don't go. And so it would be like a red and a yellow and a red and a yellow. Yeah, it's just like a thing so you can't like, I don't know. Wow, what a story. What an ending. That was awesome, Josh. I'm rolling around laughing my ass off. I like the fishing boat story. Would you make a Chinese dragon for success for Alex? Maybe if I was Chinese. I don't know. Hey Carol, my head feels better than last night, but still pretty tight. Thanks for asking. Josh and Alex are awesome. Rope barrier. It's free in the UK. I'm glad you didn't drown. I thought you met him at a carnival at duck shooting game. Signs to make for the coop. Rise and shine, mother cluckers. Love chicken painting. Thank you. Yeah, that's like the third story you told about Alex. I want to watch Dakota's vids, but I can't commit to 4+ hours. Well, those are like his lives. You should watch his other videos. They're only about 20 to half an hour. I like the scrapyard story. How's your sister doing? We all know he met him in a roller coaster near death experience. Dang it, I had to pause. I missed the story. Yeah, hope sister is doing well. Did you or Alex tell a story about a yard sale with a baby buggy? I told the story, yeah. Josh and Alex are awesome, period. Remind us, peeps, that Bernie Sanders is the only one for universal health care like you have. Bernie Sanders seems like yeah. I don't know. Let's not get political here. I would vote for Bernie, probably. So, there's that. Make sure you click the thumbs up. 352 watching and only 140 thumbs up. I agree. Needs a weather vane. Ugh, anyone else have a spell check with a mind of its own? All right, I'm back at the bottom of the comments here. So just so you know, hopefully no one logged off here. That story was made up. It was just a joke. There are elements of it that are true, but that's not how I met Alex. He wasn't at the pool. Also, I never fell in the pool. The true story is that a fat lady did actually break the railing off, and we actually did go there to weld it back on. And I was actually wearing all those clothes, but I didn't fall in the pool. No one opened the door. In fact, we didn't even put a barrier there. We did put a screen at the top of the stairs and at the bottom of the stairs so people could watch what we were doing, but they couldn't, like, it was like a yellow screen. I thought it was a pretty good story. I liked it. But I have this thing where I tell stories for anyone who's new, and then at the end, I try to make them as convincing as possible, even though they're kind of fantastical. And then I will tell you that I'm kidding if I'm kidding. If I don't tell you I'm kidding, then I'm not kidding. Then it's a true story. So what bug are you creating next? Probably more mosquitoes and dragonflies, because those are what I have mostly on commission. I do have to make a couple ladybugs, but I don't have any spoons that have like the proper look to them with the holes in it, so I don't know when I'll be able to get to that. Someone wants a stink bug, I believe. I made a stink bug before, so I'll probably do that. I don't know. The ones that I haven't made yet that I still want to make, I have so much that I have to make now. That's how I pay my bills, is making the art, and I haven't made any in like 2 weeks. So like I'm running very low on cash, so I should probably maybe make those. I'll probably go to the shop tomorrow and make a few things. The only thing is that I'm running out of scrap metal, and I don't want to go scrounge for more on purpose because I need to build this shop. But to build the shop, I need money, so then I need to make the stuff. It's like a vicious circle. How's your P.O. box? Any opening vids coming? I have an idea for an opening video. So yeah, I have probably 4 or 5 things or something like that. And a couple people said that they sent me some stuff. Did you love bugs? Maybe check out a channel called Ants Canada. Okay. Make a praying mantis. I have made a praying mantis. Farm fresh butt nuggets. We get sucked in every time. Well, the idea is to get sucked in, right? I want you to be like, what? Really? Because I do have some stories that seem like I'm not being truthful when I tell them, and I absolutely am. And so that gives me, like, I'm not a dishonest person, so I won't make you believe anything that's not true for longer than the story lasts. But I just like to be entertaining. I don't know. I tried to hold the door closed, didn't want to get involved. Josh and Alex looks like they had the situation under control. That's funny. Ooh, someone also asked like what my next project is. I actually have, I think, enough wood to make my floor. I went and got the rest of that cedar siding from that guy. Yesterday, I want to say. Yeah, yesterday was Thanksgiving, so yeah, yesterday. And yeah, that was it yesterday? Yeah, I don't know. That was an adventure because my trailer, well, actually, it's not my trailer. It's actually Ryan's trailer. If you guys remember Ryan, he's the guy who helped me out with some of the Bobcat stuff, and he helped me get the first load of cedar siding. So he lent me his trailer again, but the truck that I borrowed, which was Jarrett's truck, doesn't have the same hookup, like so the for the electric. So I had to go in the day. A certain length of trailer, you don't need lights on it, but I'm pretty sure this one was long enough that I needed lights on it. But anyways, I drove an hour away to go get the material, and then an hour back. Luckily, there was no cops, and I didn't get a ticket. Because you can get a ticket for that, for not having any lights on it. But I couldn't plug the lights on because it didn't have the same thing. But anyways, I got the rest of the thing thanks to Ryan's trailer. Which, if you guys haven't checked out Ryan, he's Parkland Films, all one word. He's I have him tagged in my last video, or a link in the description. So if you check him out, yeah, if you would. You don't have to, of course. I forget what I was saying. Oh yeah, so I'm going to be making my floor hopefully this winter sometime. I got a thickness planer. It's something I've been meaning to get for years. I finally got one a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure if I covered that in a vlog or not. But anyways, I did do that, so that'll be a project for the winter. I'm going to start with the closet, my walk-in closet, so I can make the closet. It's going to be a thing that it's been on my list for so long. Actually, we have a list on the fridge that has everything that we want to do. And if it didn't rain, we would have crossed a lot of more things off, but oh well. We got the driveway done. We got the culvert done. If you guys remember way back in like the Gramps Chronicles, we got the culvert done. And he gave me some, my Gramps gave me some gravel. He's a really nice dude. I actually don't know my grandfather, or I haven't known him for that long. Only about 4 or 5 years. He's turning out to be a swell guy. Although I don't expect people to buy me stuff to be considered swell. In fact, I told him over and over and over and over again not to buy it. but he didn't listen. Oh, all the comments disappeared again. Dang it. I'm almost done the dishes here. I like how you put on your makeup for Dakota's vid. Make some bees. Oh, yeah, a few people have wanted bees. So I do actually plan on making some bees. Someone wants a honeybee and I think someone wants a wasp. So, yeah. I'm going to make bees. It's just, I have to have the right stuff to make the bee. I have to have something that I think is going to be the right shape for certain parts of it. And then I figure it out from there. Did you put that bug find from the thrift store in your shop? I put it in the old shop. Yeah, if you watch the dung beetle video, you'll see it there. I may have also shared some pictures on my Instagram. I have a couple more build videos that I'm going to release. I'll probably do, well, I have one build video that I'm going to release. But I have, like, it's already on YouTube. I just haven't made it public yet. But I'm going to do the chicken build video, part 5 or whatever it is. And then the next build video. And then maybe another chicken video. And then another, maybe a painting video. We'll see. You should jot those stories down. A book could be your next merch, Josh Tales. Maybe. I don't have much luck selling too much merch. I try to keep it fresh. I try to add new stuff to the Teespring and whatnot. And those subscription boxes, I'm not sure what the deal is with those. I asked for some samples, just to make sure that it's good quality stuff. And I haven't really heard much about that, so we'll see. He asked what size I wear and stuff, so I guess he probably is doing something there, but we'll see. Yeah. I have added some stuff to the Teespring. I added another mug and a shirt. A rooster shirt / mug. Yeah, something like that. It's a drawing one, not the painting one. It's like a drawing. I think it's a pretty interesting design. I like it. Leaf season is beginning in North Carolina. Ask Ashley if she would like to visit me. LL. I used to be able to get raking finished like she did. This is true. I like to hear good. Oh shoot. Good storytelling. It was entertaining. Josh is good at storytelling, and we enjoy hearing it too. Well, thank you, Jerry. Yeah, and he could call the book "Just Joshing Around: True but Fake Stories." Can you spot the truth? That's a good title and subtitle. These are true. These are true. The untold truth of Joshua Alexander, and that usually means like stuff that is true that hasn't been told, but in this case it would be the untold truth, as in like none of the stuff told is true. The untrue told. The told untruth. I don't know. It's like that saying, this is genuine imitation gold. I got that from an Archie comic. Little Ambrose had a tie clasp. If you guys or watch. If you guys read Little Archie comics, like Archie comics, I have all of them, and I have almost all of the Little Archie comics. But there was this character called Ambrose in it, and he had this tie class, and Archie wanted to catch the perilous pike, and he asked for Ambrose's tie clasp, and he's like, "This is genuine imitation gold." Anyways, Archie loses it because the pike gets away, and then he spends all night diving for it. I don't know. I really like the chicken coop. Ashley will have the nicest one for miles, if not anyone. Your hands are so white. Well, thank you. Did you know Alex before he saved you? Long before that. Because he never did save me. But yes. The bottom line is you just love to talk. Yeah, I guess so. I broke a glass while washing dishes also. Stitches for my finger. Man, I've never gotten stitches before. One time, I was sword fighting with my nephew, who is my same age, by the way. Well, he's actually a little younger, but we're pretty close in age. Anyways, we were sword fighting. He had a sword and I had a Christmas paper roll thing, and we're like, anyways, he cut my, I'm not giving you the finger, sorry, but I thought I could show you the scar, but do you see how it goes like really down there? He sliced it right down to the bone. Hurt like a son of a gun. It did not feel good at all. And that is a 100% true story. I just squirted myself with water. Painting a Janis Joplin with her feather and round glasses would be cool. White hands. I actually did paint that, by the way. Have you heard about the giant hornets in Japan? Yes. I watched this guy on Facebook. I've seen him. I'm sure he has a YouTube channel. I forget what his name is, but he always gets stung by different animals and stuff. And I think he had those on his channel. It could have been someone else, though. I don't remember. The comment disappeared. I saw something 100% true story. New mug coming soon. Your cake shop friends, will you film when you do their airbrush area? I've been wanting to see that. Sounds awesome to airbrush cakes. Maybe I will. I'll probably put it in a vlog. Coyote Peterson, that's the guy. Yeah, you did Janice. Haven't seen it. Yeah, I have done it. It's actually, you know what? Maybe in the next vlog that I start filming, I'll go to that gallery and I will film it. Josh, what kind of music do you listen to? All kinds. There's almost no genre that I don't listen to sometimes. I hate jazz though. Jazz sucks. So there's very few good jazz songs, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever seen a Sasquatch? Well, I don't know if they're real, but no, I have not. Bonnie Howell sent $2. Bonnie Howell has bought so much stuff for me. Great lady. I imagine a giant hornet would take the fly swatter from you. I am not into hip hop. Well, that's unfortunate because hip hop is banging. I like hip hop. Jazz makes me sleepy. Okay. Well, guys, I must go because I'm going to paint now. Do you miss summers? They are too short if you ask me. I do miss summers, especially this summer. I missed the whole thing because it never came, which was very annoying. Old school hip hop, like A Tribe Called Quest, is good. Yeah, and same with a lot of hip hop. So guys, I'm going to. Oh, I'll let you say hi to Hank. I'm going to take off, but here's the Spanx. He just walks away. Oh, that's funny. Hank. Have you heard of Ozark, Mountain Daredevils? I don't think so. Anyways, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for the super chats. As always, not necessary, but I do appreciate it. I will see you guys later. If you would, check out my Teespring. I got some new stuff on there that you might like. And I will be adding some more stuff as I think of it. I have a couple of mug ideas. Ashley says that I shouldn't do this one. I have this one where I just want to say, keep kicking ass with both feet, because I say that in real life. But she thinks that saying ass is too vulgar, which I don't get it, because I have other stuff on there that says kick ass or something like that. Like I have some totes on there. That's one of them. I think says, "Would you like a plastic bag for 10 cents or something like that?" Because that's like a question that you get at grocery stores now. And then I think so. It says that, and then it says, "No, as you can see by my tote, I'm a badass." She thought that one was funny, but she doesn't want kick ass for some reason. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyways. Hank is just the coolest. Sliding barn door for the John. Yeah, well, I'm going to have it. So this, sorry, I'm going to leave here in a second, but I want to explain this. So this is the door. Like if you watch the vlog, that's going to be the door, right? And it goes in here. So it's a pocket door. I just built another wall because this is a wide hallway. And then the closet over here is the same deal, right? And then I like brick, so I made in here. I bricked it up with like that fake brick, which I also did in my closet. My bathroom is so badass. Like in here, I put brick, and then in my bedroom, I put brick here and here. It's just the fake panel stuff, and I'm gonna use some more of it downstairs for the Just Joshing with Jakota set. I forget what I was saying. Anyways, guys, please check out the Teespring. You guys are awesome. Oh yeah, the door. So I'm gonna make a door out of this stuff. I have an idea that I don't know if I've seen it before. Well, I know I haven't seen it before, so hopefully it's somewhat unique. It's going to be a sliding barn door or a pocket door, but still. Respect the Queen's wishes. She so rocks. Did I say something contrary to that or something? I don't know. All right. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys.